Event crew, we are back. Today I am talking about banded back squats. Okay, there's two different ways that we can go about this today, but before we get to that, I want to talk about who should and shouldn't be doing banded back squats. One, if you could not ballpark your 5 rep max back squat, we want you going with just a traditional back squat. Two, if you are still relatively new to our community and you still feel like you are not competent enough in your back squat and you want to keep practicing back squat, then by all means, keep going after your standard back squat. But banded back squats here, you get the option to use pins that are connected to the ground. A lot of our pins around the gym are what's holding up the 5 and 2.5 pound plates. You can take those off and use those pins. That is great. Now, if you are of the shorter variety, this works out really well because we are not overloading tension on these bands. I'll show you on this side real quick how to set that up. I set it up on the inside of the barbell here first. From there, I will stretch, wrap around the bottom of the pins, and I will pull it up on the other side, right back over the top just like that. So you can see that if you are a tall individual, this would put a ton of tension on the bands if these J hooks were higher, okay? When you hook them up to the pins underneath, you're not going to take very many steps back. We want to keep these bands as vertical as we can. So when I set myself up and I unrack, I take a very, very small step back, and then I can get into my back squats from here. Rack it back in. Pins, they're a great option. I have a second option set up on the back side over here. What I have going is the same sort of connection, but it is connected to the post that is in between each rack. So my tall people, this would be a great option for you, not for me. You can set up on the inside of the rack. That's totally fine, okay? Same idea. You would wrap it around the barbell on the inside first, pull it underneath the post, and then wrap it back through up here. Because you have a little bit more room to work with here, you can set these bands back up a little bit farther, and you can take a few more steps away from these J hooks to make sure that you have a little bit more room. Banded back squats. We don't do these very often, so if you want to get after it and go for this thing, then I would like to encourage you to. Again, if you cannot ballpark your 5 rep max, or you feel like you still need to work on your back squat, that is totally fine. These will come back up again, but for right now, get after it, have some fun.